Well, he came late, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got some damage to his floor, obviously.
Come from not a testing allocations. We want.
Fíjate. Him coming out of the corner there. The Ferrari with lots of understeer.
Where you do want to stop the session. If
just kind of like going straight. So obviously there's a problem with recovery there.
Goed, die auto loopt naar buiten. Oké. Wow, wat een moment. En wat een mazzel dat... Oh, stom. Ja, doei.
There you are, there you go.
a flat space to run wide, wide,
super wide.
They're trying to motivate Renault to...
Okay, so it's quite late actually, and the upshift I think to fourth. 140, so he actually slowed it down initially okay.
Just as he put the rears on, the car...
And then it's a little moment...
Right, then he tries to compensate for that, and in doing so, it snaps.
Yeah,
that little
the problem is that straight's so long that if you
can see that spin by Carlos...
Dr. Helmet Marco. We spoke too soon, didn't we? He got in a little bit hot. We tried the dummy on him. And what's Fernando doing? Normally, it's...
C'est un beau tête à queue, mais sans blocage.
Ah oui, le moteur. En fait, il a dit qu'il a eu un problème, il n'a pas pu ralentir.
Oh, that is a... Yeah. Probably when he did his track walk, he didn't
cover. Oof. Tries to flick out a bit. I reckon he just touched the AstroTurf with the left rear.
It looks only the rear wing.
Had a massive tank slapper, overcorrected it a couple of times and then ended up...
Here we go. Ooh. Well out of shape under braking.
In. Yeah.
No, he was down the inside. Was there a gap there?
Legitimate move.
But then did for a reason I don't know yet, and it was a collision with... See the big lock-up from Pastor too comfortable for a while, and Verstappen goes straight in. They had to keep Rosberg out to cover Vettel. Why did
they knew? I think they thought he could get ahead.
Oui, il faut toujours battre son coéquipier, mais on sait qu'à la clé, il y a une possibilité.
Et là, à ce moment-là, les pneus sont gelés et ça ne freine plus.
Il a tapé de face le mur, et ça, c'est assez douloureux pour un pilote.
Now, the problem last year was a massive... There, Hulkenberg takes the curve.
I think Hulkenberg was busy trying...
Grosjean cuts in front of him, and then he's looking the other way.
Come on, turn 6 just on the power.
I like the fact they keep the crash helmets the same. I can actually memorise.
And the rear axle locks up, and round she goes. Dropped it on the way in, and then realised he's going to the...
Oh, did Alonso actually trigger that?
I think either he had a tap from Alonso.
Stowe on his way to Vale. Oh, just gone on the curb.
He makes a change on the... might have been brake bias, but he touched...
Oh, magnifique.
New skid blocks underneath.
And closes up. And I think the Sauber and Grosjean came to...
4, because you don't need to give...
Into the McLarens, you'll see it here. There you go.
Lotus has a big...
Going through farm.
Yeah, on the restart, cold tyres, cool spin to what I had.
That is... Has it hit? There's a little gully there, isn't there?
I think it's just the way...
The presence of mind that Sergio Perez had here, to take it...
What we think.
Oh, it's just 4 off. Yeah, but come on, that's
you would expect
that to happen.
Wow, just lost the rear end.
A little bit lighter, some might be a bit heavier, some might...
Yeah, the rear just...
Oh, come on, that's 100. That curve.
Maldonado pushes him a bit wide, and... The other. Could Maldonado...
That's sitting in that. You feel... I've had it happen. You feel... Yeah. Obviously getting towards their higher speed.
Come out, and the safety car will leave the field.
It's power issue, and just under...
Well, a hefty Verstappen's front wing right there. Is he clumsy?
Because the door was wide open. But he hasn't run into him. And
in a modern F1 car. No, that was just on the throttle, yeah.
Oh, that's...
The right rear actually looks a little bit
miles an hour.
Wow.
Oh dear.
past the outside of Manor, and oh yeah, so as soon as he's touched the brakes, the rear's just
straw for track limits. Ooh.
When things go wrong whilst you're travelling, I know it sounds strange, but did it?
What happened to Max Verstappen?
Eh oui, en tête à queue, il est venu poser sa voiture. Quel âge aurait-il failli sur sa voiture?
Using the tyre, but for such...
Turn 19, that's where he banged it.
yeah, lit the rear tyres up.
Well,
For the race.
oh, and that's a contact! Hulkenberg and coming. Comes over to the right, but that's to make that left-hand turn. Nico Hulkenberg retired as Martin.
Caught out, hit the throttle. Nardo in the way, I think. Indeed. It's on the way in. Complete driver way in and a tank slapper into the barriers.
What happened there, mate?
Oh, and he hit the bollard, Martin.
Yeah, he did close to his teammate
Yeah,
there.
very nearly coming, getting in Lewis Hamilton's way and then spinning at turn 8 of the season.
On fuel consumption. So
Apex. No, oh, he's just lost at the apex. It's very...
Here we go, see replay now. So
well,
it's
here we go.
Conti as
So
we
this is the first time we've seen this. So they obviously you can see what happens.
And he's got ahead of his teammate on the curve. Verstappen had to take evasive action.
For Verstappen and Ericsson, there it goes.
You see it glowing red.
And this, it's stuff like that. That's the knowledge they don't get as to how to blank off the brakes.
In contention now. Raikkonen goes down the inside. He touches mouth. Last here.
It was a long way back. That's Raikkonen's fault. He'd just been told on the rail line. That's 100%.
Debris, you know, on the outside of the corner, and
With Sebastian's experience, and you know, we all know he can win.
Which is tricky.
Exactly the same thing yesterday. So,
Right line, but you
Yes.
shouldn't be on that line in the wet.
yes, collecting each other. Out it goes. A little help off the track, and they did
Did they
touch.
touch?
They
Yeah.
did touch the road. It's just very nearly to.
So that now makes it
No man's land, really, isn't it?
almost like a spike. Look at you.
Still oh, Kimi, big spin. Yeah, just go over a little the curb on the corners.
But certainly, if you're watching live, as we're looking at a spin there.
King, oh yes, he got a big oversteer through the...
There you go. Just put the power down. Lost the rear.
Oh, that is Romain Grosjean taking a lot of curb there and taking.
no, it was Palmer lead in, and yeah, the curb looked like it just. Oh, actually a bigger moment than I thought.
Get back in fourth place, and it was all about Fernando.
Alonso into Maldonado.
Oh, look at that then. So
Verstappen goes straight on.
Vettel's got clear in. Oh, around with that.
Right. He can't see Button. Oh.